A terrifying night. It was supposed to be a quiet Friday night for Emma. After a long week at work, she planned to relax with a movie and a warm cup of tea. Her house sat at the end of a cul-de-sac surrounded by silence. At night 10 p.m., just as Emma settled onto her couch, her phone buzzed with a notification. A local alert popped up. Suspicious individual spotted in your area. Lock your doors and stay inside. Emma frowned, glancing at the locked front door. She double-checked the windows and ensured the back door was secure. Shrugging off the alert, she returned to her movie. An hour later, just as the movie reached its climax, there was a knock at the front door. 3 slow, deliberate thuds. Emma's heart skipped a beat. She paused the movie and approached the door cautiously. Peering through the peephole, she saw nothing but darkness. But as she turned away, the knock came again, louder this time. She hesitated, her hand hovering over the lock. "Who's there?" she called out. No response. Emma decided not to open the door. Instead, she backed away, her nerves on edge. As she moved toward the living room, a shadow darted past the backyard window. She grabbed her phone and dialed 911, but the call didn't go through. The screen read no service. Panic set in as she heard faint scratching noises at the back door. Emma walked toward the kitchen and grabbed a knife, her hands trembling. The scratching stopped, replaced by heavy, uneven breathing just outside the door. Suddenly, the lights flickered and went out, plunging the house into darkness. The only illumination came from the pale moonlight streaming through the windows. Emma was looking for a flashlight and turned it on, the beam trembling in her shaking hands. She decided to hide in the pantry, clutching the knife tightly. As she sat in the cramped space, she heard the sound of glass shattering from the living room. Footsteps echoed through the house, slow and deliberate. Whoever it was, they weren't in a hurry. Emma's breathing became shallow. She tried to steady herself, gripping the knife tighter. The footsteps grew closer, pausing just outside the pantry door. The door handle rattled, and Emma prepared to defend herself. Suddenly, a loud crash came from the front of the house. Seizing the opportunity, Emma quietly slipped out of the pantry and crept toward the back door. She unlocked it as silently as possible and slipped outside, the cold night air stinging her face. She ran to her neighbor's house, pounding on the door until they answered. The police arrived minutes later and searched Emma's house. They found no one, but the shattered glass and signs of forced entry confirmed her story. The officers informed Emma that the suspicious individual from the alert was still at large, but they promised to increase patrols in the area. That night, Emma stayed with her neighbors, unable to sleep. Every creak of the house made her flinch, and every shadow seemed to hold the figure she had narrowly escaped. As dawn broke, she vowed never to spend another night alone in that house again. Sometimes a quiet night can become your worst nightmare. Stay vigilant, lock your doors, and remember, you're never truly alone in the dark. Did this story give you chills? Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more spine-tingling tales. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a story. And share this with someone who loves a good scare. See you in the next one, if you dare.